Alrighty, guys. Sorry. I know today is a weird day. I know you probably are watching this um, watching this while I am probably currently live on YouTube. I mean, you're probably watching this while I'm currently probably live on Twitch because this is going to be uploaded right away. I have a couple of things that I am going to share with you. I am not liking what YouTube has done with some of the things within the platform, but criticism where criticism is. The first thing is I disliked when they got rid of the dislike button. I know they say that it's there, but I want to actually preface they should really bring back the dislike button again and make it viewable on a lot of things. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. Is so that people can have a dislike to like ratio. And they should be allowed to do that so that we can weed out a lot of the AI stuff on this platform for it. But anyway, I was just watching kind of a video on this, but I have a couple of things that I am going to primarily do. It's going to be like a shorter episode than normal. For a lot of this. We are going to fix a couple of things. First and foremost, this one right here is going to change slightly. Okay? First and foremost, I'm going to change this. I did record this earlier. I did record this earlier, into a point, and I noticed that we were having some issues with traffic flow. And I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to change the road layout down here. Because we are going to starting to have a lot of people coming in for it. Now, the reason why I have this sitting like that, it is still 4. I could go to 6 lanes, but I don't really want to do that right now. Okay. Because we are going to need to do that there. Okay. For a good reason. Now I'm going to come over here. We're gonna come down here. Okay. It's going to, what I need to do is we're going to expand out a little section there. For reasons. But since I know that this is going to be a thing, I was going to put a thing down here, and I feel like there should be something in here. We're gonna change it up slightly. For it, and I think what we will do is I'm going to throw a little bit of and we need something that's like a 3-sized. No, let's look for something. Actually, I think and then park. I'm gonna change it up from what I had. I'll show you. Yeah, and then I am going to just move you over there real quick. Because what I'm thinking is having a tiny little park and I think what I can do is create an alleyway Um, allow that to be there. Because it's an alleyway, it's not... It's just going to allow for it down there. Okay? It's going to be... And I think instead... we can just make it like a little gravel... But this people are gonna hate me for this, but they're gonna love me afterwards.
Alright folks, another quick question. And this comes from Paulette, asking if Shakespeare's quote, "If music be the food of love, play on," was published before Mozart composed Eine kleine Nachtmusik. The answer to that one is yes. The Shakespeare quote is from the late 16th century, while Eine kleine Nachtmusik was composed late in the 18th century.
Local stargazers are in for a real treat tonight, as the aurora borealis is expected to light up the night sky.
That's right, Jim. Don't forget to look up this evening. It promises to be quite a sight. A housing shortage is driving up prices in the area.
That's right, Glenda. But apparently that's not all good news. We're joined today by an expert guest, Professor Nutbutter.
Welcome, Professor. So a housing shortage is bad for the people trying to move here, right?
Humans are programmed to desire certain representations within ideological reward structures, which are entirely apart from the actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider capital.
One final question, Professor. Is the housing shortage going to make me richer?
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the sound of that.
But what we are discussing is the study of a statistical abstraction and its effect on the human
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priorities.
A chilly day with temperatures a little low, so if you're heading out, don't forget your jacket.
It will go pretty much And I think we go with a 2-story. And that one. You can get added the extra comfort to the end. We'll just let it be. There. But there's one thing I do need to get into, that needs to be getting into, road. Okay? We need we need a full-on okay. It will be 55 taxis available throughout the city. On that dispatcher. And I don't think it's going to be enough for this Beechwood, but for now, that will be will dictate for the use of that, will be specifically for that use in that. We are trying to get use, trying to change the way that we get people around, because I'm also going to add a second taxi depot. I'm going to throw a second taxi depot over here. Okay. This one will work, down here. That other one will be a generic one that will work for that. Now I need to come down here. Okay. It's okay if it goes out. Outer band. I'm going to extend this just a little bit out. to focus on that being there. Now, I'm going to clear that out from that area. We're just going to leave the one. We're going to remove the water treatments from down there. There, and then no, we need a water treatment plant. And I'm not going to use the Japanese one. Okay. I'm not going to use the Japanese one there. But I'm going to use the Japanese water treatment. No, I'd rather actually have the advanced filtration system, though, to make better. So that's just because of that. Now let's throw you on. Okay. Now we only have 25. But I really think we could probably move that into play. That's gonna give us 35 buses. For the regular. I do want to. I think in actual real life, I really think that we should have a mix of different types of vehicles and stuff throughout those things. Now, of course, throughout road construction and things like that, we shouldn't be reliant on electricity, but we should have a variety Like, you know, here we have all 55 taxis are in use, vehicles in use, 71 employees, which is good for the city to bring in more people to have access to it. Okay. And that's what we're gonna try to do. And trying to utilize more different taxi services, because all 61, this one only has 45 vehicles in use. But that will bring 75 in use for this whole thing down here. And we have 55 that'll be used for everywhere within it. Now of course we are going to need bus routes. We do need some bus routes. We do need to start putting more bus routes within our city. But before we do, we need to do a couple of things. I'm going to throw in, not the very large, but we're going to throw the large mosaic down here in the middle. Okay, because I feel like we're going to need that more on it. Okay. Because that's just going to help traffic, I think, flow a little bit nicer. Giving them a little bit of that option for it. Okay. And then down here, I'm going to shut there. They're gonna hate
we
me.
have time to squeeze in one more quick question, and then that's it for tonight, listeners. Okay, let's see. Laura wrote that she never really understood what counterpoint means. Glad you asked, Laura. It's quite easy. In the language of music theory, counterpoint is a composition technique in which two or more melodies, lines complement one another, but act independently.
This just in from traffic. If you're thinking about hitting
Then
the
we
streets,
take
you can
and
expect
remove
delays on the major
unsafe.
roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to
Move
know,
U-turns.
Jim. Seems like everyone is in a hurry to get somewhere fast. It's worth slowing down. And if you can, plan your trip outside the rush.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic than to have to start thinking about everything all the time. Besides, if I did that, I'd never get anywhere.
Interesting news from the city's export division. Sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what to do with.
And you know what that means, folks. It means we're not cutting things close enough.
Well, no. The point is we're selling it and bringing money into local
That's right.
economy.
You could almost say it's too much of a good thing.
Or we could say that we're enjoying a positive trade balance and the economy is booming. More after this.
We're looking at clear and sunny skies across the region today. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to
No, hold
getting
on.
out and enjoying a nice walk in the fresh air later today. This is local weather with you all day, every day, rain or shine.
Because now that I know that that's a thing, we'll do that. And I'll leave that as like a wider sidewalk. Okay. Now, here's what I'm doing. Put stop signs there. There along that. It's one way, it's two-way stop signs, and then it's and then we do it there. Okay. Move unsafe on those as well, just for that one, to make things a little bit better, because I don't want people just unsafe, considered unsafe there too, but that'll definitely probably help better with traffic flow. But I think we should probably go with the extra large there, since it's probably the heart of this side of the city. But we are going to improve just a tad bit down here. You know, we do have the taxis. We did bring them in. I know I said I probably wasn't going to do them if I did at all. It's been a while since I've done anything. Now, we do need to have is our buses in the city down here to make things a little bit better. We do have taxis, but we need we're going to put a small, okay? I was gonna, like, normally in one of my other saved, I was gonna put like a bus depot there. There, but I don't think I'm going to. Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we actually put it over here on this side of the road instead of the other side. Okay. Now, okay. We'll put 2 bus stops into those locations. Then I'm gonna place one at every other corner. Let's do double. Let's double side that there. Okay. We have 2 there. Put 2 there. Because that's a 2-way pathway. Okay. There's our first line there. Now I am going to create along the way to the stop that comes over to here. There is going to be 1 extra stop. Along. There's going to be a... Oops. Yeah, and I don't get why. That all it is just going to do that. Okay. Yeah, there is like no connection at all. At all. So I would have to, so then it would have to rotate back in and on itself. But because I do need. Okay, so this way. Because I gotta remember, how left-hand drive works over here. Now the North American side okay. Okay. And then that goes in like so. Now, now I wanted to be able to have um, I think we could just place it there, and then place one there, because what it would do, is we place that one there, and then all we'd have it do is we could have it come in, and it would have to, because it'd have to take more time, but I'm going to create a bus station. Well, no, hold on. I think I'm going to create a bus station that can utilize a secondary. I want to use a secondary line, because we coming down this way, going out that way. If we do this right, I think I could set up leaving that one there, for it, but I think, I have to figure this out a little bit. Hold on. I have to think this through real quick, because I do need to have, I'm gonna still allow a taxi stop there, but station services, there, because we do need, I want to have, we need to figure this out, because I do want to, maybe, I am going to create, actually I'll create a secondary stop. We're still going to use that as a primary, but I'm going to create one, I'm going to create a couple of,
Pending updates to our power
we'll
grid,
put a
the city will
couple
be
there,
experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to
and we'll
remain
use those
calm
two
during
as
these
well.
breaks in service and to follow the
But here's how I'm
guidelines
gonna do
on the
it.
city's
We're
website
gonna
on
go,
how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service
down
announcement.
here,
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must
Okay.
drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
and then,
I hope you're having a great time. This is Liz Peterson on the Atmospheric Piano Channel.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Jarva mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic
It's
accident.
just three,
Somewhere
4 stops on
in
those
the city.
lines.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out,
Okay,
you
now,
might want to wait
since
a
we
little
are in
while
the
until
Chinese
everything clears
district,
up.
If you're in it, you already know about
Okay.
it. No use reminding
We're going to
you.
use these.
Meanwhile, expect delays and drive safe.
A chilly day with temperatures a little low, so if you're heading out, don't
We're going
forget
to
your
use these. We're not going to count that there. We're going to go here. And we're going to set up the medium line. I'm going to set up medium shelters. Down here. This is going to improve a lot of people are going to still be mad at me because I'm doing that. But I am just kind of fixing. Okay. Then, since we're in the Chinese and Japanese, then we need to take and use the European style. Now I am going to create just a single route down in here. No, I think, and then yeah, no, I don't know why those two are there. Because we have those two there. They should really. There should be really there. For it. But we have those two sitting there. Actually, let's just put those. Let's just clear those two back that way. We'll put two there. Because I'm going to put two there because why not? I don't know. Put one there, and then put one along that line. No, it should be here in those two spots. Or people are gonna hate me because I'm removing that. But we need the medium shelters there. I'll put a medium shelter, 2 medium shelters that point. Put 2 there. Okay. And then come off the main road. Put 2 there. And then they can come in and use and we'll throw 2 there. Okay. Then we are going to come and we are going to go back to the EU bus shelters. But we're going to use the EU bus shelters with bicycle setups there. 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 Okay. Now, we are going to create one we're going to create one bus line. Hold on. Because we need to create the bus line. Okay, this bus line all it is just going to go to that from there. Okay, that's only one and it's there. So now this one, okay, this one, I think actually, no. I think we go the opposite direction with this one. And then this, then we go the opposite direction. On it. Okay. And we have 2 open extra lanes. Actually, I think I have a thing. I think what we could do is place an extra set there. Because I want to be able to, I don't want it to be like connected to some of these extra things. So here's what we'll do. We'll go start here. Okay, so it actually, so we'll start there. Okay. Um, okay. I think we'll do it the way... Do it this way. A couple of lines. Will inevitably cross. Okay.
A driving advisory has been
And we
issued
have
for
one-
the immediate area due to poor road conditions.
We have
Please
one
exercise
extra.
caution if you must drive, and try
in
to
the
stay
back.
off the streets until
Not
conditions
gonna
improve.
happen.
This has been a local public service announcement.
Alright, folks, another quick question. And this comes from Paulette, asking if Shakespeare's quote, "If music be the food of love, play on," was published before Mozart composed Eine kleine Nachtmusik. The answer to that one is yes. The Shakespeare quote is from the late 16th century, while Eine kleine Nachtmusik was composed late in the 18th century.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda. We're live.
There is
and
one
we're getting reports about a traffic
empty back there, but
accident,
that's okay.
somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched, and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait a little while until everything clears up.
If you're in it, you already know about it. No use reminding you. Meanwhile, expect delays and drive safe.
We're looking at clear and sunny skies across the region today. Don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to getting out and enjoying a nice walk in the fresh air later today. This is local weather with you all day, every day, rain or shine.
Okay. So it's gonna go all the way around that way, which is fine. Okay. Well, we'll just let it go. What I'm actually thinking is it's going to be slightly different on how they work. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you. No, I'm going to take you. Yeah, just to... allow for that to be like that. But that is now going to allow for 45 vehicles. And this adds 10 vehicles, additional vehicles to it. So that should be able to create 55 vehicles on this depot. Now 55 vehicles for public transportation I think will be fine. I did create a couple of additional lines of outside use vehicles that will allow for us to bring in people from the outside world for it. So anyway, that is pretty much basically what we did. I added a little bit of a park here. I was going to put our depot or thing and then put our large thing there, but I think adding buses in our city, making better use of our city to improve, having buses, I feel are going to be immensely better. And we won't have a lot of people who might want to end up moving in. We can figure things out from there. That's going to give us a couple of into bare rows, the EU side of things. But that is going to be it for today. Now I am going to show you guys ep7. It's going to be saved lowercase ep. Because I said I would show you guys this episode 8 here rather than the other one. Now, yes, it's going to tell me I am missing the Japanese pack because for whatever reason, that is. I'm going to show you guys what I had initially set up. This is what I had it, where I had everything set up for there on that, and then, you know, I followed. That has 3 lanes instead of 2, but I think 2 will be fine. And then you have our mosaic, and then I did it this way. And I put our depot over there with a medium solar covered parking, but I put the over here instead. And so we just added buses. I added an extra couple of taxis. I added an extra taxi setup for these guys. Gave an extra 55 taxis that could be used for everywhere. That will only service. One only services these areas. Everybody else services everywhere else. So, anyway, I just wanted to show you guys that thing. What I had recorded before, and then I just decided to quit. Because if we really look at the line was sitting down over here. I had it going to hit there, and I just ended up changing my mind. So it's what it is, but it'll be a better option. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. I gotta go play some Call of Duty or some Fortnite. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later.